Josh.
Can you fund this trip to Kenya, please?
No.
That would be a great idea.
What trip?
Team trip to Kenya.
That would be a great idea.
We're going back to Moon Guy's homeland.
Kenya, Tennessee,
Why
maybe.
come and visit me?
Is there a Kenya? Somebody needs to go get Fayeho. How long do I have to wait on Fayeho? Josh, it's 8:30. Nobody has complimented me on this new go-to shirt. What are you doing back there? Why can't that wait? Huh? Your target is 8:29 right here. The morning grind. Commit first and figure it out later. Good morning, everybody. Happy Friday. Who's that? Who's?
Canceled. 3 people tested positive at her work.
Man, we don't need that around there tonight. So if you do me a favor, like, comment, and share the stream. Are you on, Fayeho? Lorema, are you on? I'm looking for you. Gracie, that's one cool shirt. Thank you, Gracie. I just FaceTimed you. We'll start the morning with a little 67 or 60 seconds of gratitude. Let's say thank you to everybody that hit their targets yesterday. Maybe we should shame the people that didn't. Does shaming work? Does it, Josh? Does shaming work? Moon God, does shaming work? Do you know what shame means?
I know what shame means.
Does it work?
When you shame somebody?
Yes.
Yeah,
It does?
it does with me.
Who should we shame today? First off, Fayeho, 75 phone calls yesterday. Congratulations. Lorema, 51 phone calls. KK, where's KK?
He's here somewhere.
Why ain't she up here, Josh?
I don't know.
Get her up here.
Josh wrote a deal yesterday, too.
He ain't getting it. I'm Mr. Positive.
But he
KK, 50 calls. Gracie, 53 calls. Even Andre hit 51 phone calls yesterday. Congratulations. That's 5 on target. Number 6 was Noah. Noah with 50 phone calls. Hayden, you hit 48. When I went to bed last night, you were at 27. I'm surprised, but why did you quit so close?
Low awareness.
One of these days, you're going to look back and say, man, I was this close. I was dished. He probably was calling late because I looked in there kind of late last night. Chris Clark, shame me. I should be doing more. Shame on me for not shaming on you. Well, hey, Hayden was closer than what I thought. I thought I was going to come in here and see 27 phone calls because when I checked last night about 8:30, it was in the 20s. What time did you call till?
Well, I had some calls from earlier in the day on my cell phone that I had to log in still, and then I made a couple more. I shut it off at 9.
Were you calling at 8:30 last night?
Yeah.
Did you talk to anybody?
No.
Were they like, man, why is this dude calling us?
I left some good voice messages, though, just saying, hey, I apologize.
Hey, I'm just going to send this guy over. Hey, 378 phone calls, 15 conversations for at least 2 minutes. Talk time, 2 hours, 31 minutes, 4 appointments, and Fayeho wrote a contract up. Did anybody else write a contract yesterday?
I finished writing mine yesterday.
Did you get it done?
Mm-hmm.
Congratulations. We like that. So this morning, I was talking to my personal trainer, Rod Key, and we were talking about this 5K that he's going to do. He's putting on September 11th. Let her fall. Is it a boy? It's let him fall. Clumsy dog. So it's September the 11th. It's for people that were. It's really funding people that were in the military or something, or it's a veterans thing. And people always want detailed information. Have you ever noticed that they want the details? Why do you want the details? Just commit to it and figure it out later. That's the problem with a lot of people. They've got the idea, and then they need information to make the decision. I got news for you. If you're watching this, you're never, ever, ever going to know something until you do it. And too often, people get talked out of being great. People get talked out of going to another level in their life because they've got this idea, and they talk to Fayeho, and Fayeho tells them it's stupid. That won't work. Then your idea dies. Whenever I come up with an idea, my intention, my goal, my purpose is to go from idea to action. I will figure it out on the other side of the action. A lot of people want their idea. Are you on?
I am.
What are you doing back there? Congratulations yesterday. KK is back in here. She set an appointment. She called 50 people. How'd your appointment go? How do you feel whenever you've got an idea, you want to do something? What are the channels? What are the things that you do to make the idea happen?
I'll have to write it down,
You got to write it down. When you write it down, what do you do?
then go after it. I think about
Do you always go after your ideas?
most of the time.
Do you believe her, Hayden?
I do.
Well, I think most people never pursue their ideas. What do you think, Mr. Moon Guy?
You're right. Most people don't pursue their ideas, but I think many people it's because they fear. They get this
That's
great
exactly
idea,
right.
but they fear on really doing it.
So here's a test question. Why do I know this? Why do I know most people don't do their ideas? Why do I know most people don't create an idea and then do it? Because I've done it so many times. I have an idea and I don't go to action because I try to figure out what makes sense. Here's something you need to know if you want to have a great life. You need to have a life that's ridiculous that don't make sense. It don't make sense to have so much. I'm looking at Grant Cardone down there where he's staying. It's probably $30,000 a day or something. I mean, it's insane. This place he's staying in is unbelievable. It don't make sense. To have a life that has all these possessions or whatever you want to call it, it don't make sense. And because your idea is so big, like I'm changing my idea. I don't want to get to 500 homes. I've changed that. It needs to be 1,000. It needs to be 1,000 homes that we're pursuing. 500 ain't enough. I remember back whenever 7 years ago, probably 8 years ago, I had this vision, this idea. I want to get to 100 deals. It wasn't enough. Your actions will be a reflection of how big your idea is. For us to get to 1,000 homes, what does it need to look like at GTT Homes? Probably. It don't need to look like this space either, does it? What does it need to look like?
Skyrise.
Immaculate office.
It needs to be big. Your thinking needs to be bigger, but the reason why you don't do this is because you can't make sense of what you have today. And you get scared. And you change your mind. And you're like, I ain't going to do that. Weatherman, seek someone you trust and talk to them about it. Seek somebody I think you should talk to people that have done it. That's why I spend so much money on my self-improvement game. I'm going to go to that guy in Orlando that sold 4,200 homes last year. He sold 622 homes in March. That's unreasonable. That don't make sense. Imagine like if we were looking at my little budget over here of lead generation, of lead cost, of office expenses. It would just pale in comparison. But you got to commit to do these things if you want to pursue that. What do you want your ideal life to look like? And that's how you need to make your decisions. Do you just want to be comfortable? Do you want to be happy? Or do you want something so big that it's completely unreasonable? It don't even make sense because of where you are today. Your thinking ain't where it needs to be, but as you pursue that dominant focus, your thinking grows, man. It grows. You know what I'm talking about? What am I talking about?
Your ideal scene, creating it in your mind first.
See, Weatherman, there you go. How about the number one agent in the United States? See, that's how I should be thinking. That's how y'all should be thinking. Don't be thinking about, like for you, your target needs to be 50 deals. That's what you ought to write down. Then what does it take to get to 50 deals?
Probably a couple people.
That's right. You've got money. You got all that money sitting in the bank. I want to save it. I want to hold this thing like Noah's holding that little pit bull over there, my pit bull. That's what you're doing. So if you want to make more money faster, why not invest in some people? That's how you need to be thinking. What if you want to get to 100 deals? What does that require?
Probably more people.
Requires people, and it requires you purchasing opportunity to feed those people. Too often, though, people come up with these ideas, and they think about it. And the longer you think about your idea, the more likely your idea will die. How long can you go without breathing?
Not long.
Action is your breathing. And too often, we want to create something and make it perfect and then do it. Do you ever hear people do that? I've never thought like that. I've never thought about creating this idea and then let's get it perfect and then let's show people. So I told Rod this morning, look, Let's just go ahead and tell people to commit to the 5K. Josh, are you in? We had already asked you that this morning.
I want him to him told.
I know, but then when I found out you went up and told him, I asked you, hey, are you in? Yeah. Are you in?
Yeah.
Yeah. See, a lot of people, they want to get all the details. They want to get everything just right and then ask people. They want to get all their questions. The number one thing I can tell you to do is get into the idea of creating action and sell people on the experience. Hey, we'll figure out all these details later. Are you in?
It's a $5,000 donation to be in.
It's probably, I mean, it might be $50. I don't know what it is.
Figure it out.
But hey, could you do it? Are you capable, Andre, of running a 5K? It's like
I could
3.16.
run a 5K right now.
All right, well, let's commit to it. September 11th. I think that's probably I don't know, maybe it's 9/11.
Yes, it is.
What day of the,
That's 9/11.
what day of the week? I'd say that's probably,
You're right.
I mean, it's probably
it's a Saturday.
if he's doing
It's a
it.
Saturday. So on that Saturday, we need to go ahead and train to get there. Don't limit your ideas to just a 5K. What is something else that you want to do?
Run in 20 minutes.
Okay. Well, I said don't just limit it to the 5K. Run it in 20 minutes. JD Frost said something to me one time, and it finally made a lot of sense. No matter how much you know, no matter how much you study your idea, no matter how many people you talk to about your idea, you will not know for sure if it will work until you do it. You don't know if it will fail until you do it, until you try. Too often people are intimidated. They get talked out of their idea because they're scared. It's because they become reasonable with their fear. Fear will hold you back. That's why you got to work on your courage muscles every single day. Because at some point in your life, you're going to have this little light bulb. It's going to be an idea, and you're going to want to do it. But you don't do it because you don't have all the answers. I don't have all the answers on 1,000 homes sold. I don't. I don't know what it looks like. Hey, maybe it needs to be 5,000 weathermen. I don't know what that looks like, but I'm committed to getting there. I'm going to go ahead and get into action on this idea. So the next time you have a little idea, don't be afraid to just do it. Because you're going to have an idea, Fejo, and you're going to ask me about it. And I'm going to say it's stupid, and you're not going to do it. I would just tell you to do it, and then just figure it out and see what happens. And the more you try this, the more you create an idea and you immediately get into action, you will build your confidence, you will build your courage and your commitment. I've only been talking for 12 minutes. I feel like I've been up here all morning. Do you have a question? You look all grouchy back there, like
No,
something's
I'm thinking,
bothering.
no, I just.
What are you thinking about?
Is there a such thing as a good idea or a bad idea, or is it just action?
Here's what it's just action, because who knows? Here's what matters. You may have a bad idea, but make it work. A lot of people told me what I'm doing over here was a bad idea. You can make a bad idea work. There's probably a lot of things that have been done that were bad ideas. How much sense does it make for Uber or bottled water? Somebody started selling bottled water. Who's out there? Ah, if it ain't Andy Lynn, are you working today anywhere? Yeah. You want to come on the TV with us? All right, we got to get to work, everybody. Have a great day. We got a party to plan. See ya. Cheers.